take a break and then come back, have another set. If you would like to take a picture together or get a tote bag signed or just shake hands, I'll be standing right there by the merch table. You don't gotta buy nothing, just come say hi, free hugs, whatever. I'm gonna do a song that's off of my record, Folk Singer, which is the yellow record with the bear holding the ukulele. And the reason I wrote this song is because years ago, I had this job, and my job, it was when I got out of college, and I didn't want to let my mom and dad down because I'd gone to University of San Diego, which was a Catholic university, and they wanted me to become a priest. It was this private Catholic university. And so I did not become a priest, right? And, but I will tell you this, I got out of college and I got a job, and my parents used to always say to me as a kid, because they loved the movie The Graduate with Dustin Hoffman, they would always look at me and go, "Plastic." Because in the movie, Dustin Hoffman is swimming underneath. It's this great scene, and it's so well directed. He's got this snorkel on, he comes up, and all the people are going, "What are you going to do, Benjamin, when you graduate?" And it's filmed from these really ominous angles. And then people are coming up going, "Plastics, plastics." They're telling them that's the future, right? And so it's such a great film. And especially in the 60s, when all the films were about the anti-hero, before it became like Top Gun and the Avengers and all this stuff. It was like back in the 60s, they were doing Midnight Cowboy, they were doing Carnal Knowledge, they were doing Five Easy Pieces, The Graduate, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, based on that Ken Kesey novel. And so there was about the anti-hero, a person that you still loved and you were rooting for, yet they were these horrible human beings. And for some reason, sort of like it got revived when The Sopranos came out. Like, I don't know why, but I love Tony Soprano. Oh, I know, he's killed a bunch of people. He's a good guy. And so, you know, and that continued on with Walter White and Breaking Bad, and the whole anti-hero is back, and it's really cool to see. So I'm gonna do this song, and the reason I want to do this song is because after I got out of school, I got a job in plastics, and I was a nipple salesman, and so I sold pipe nipples, and they were a threaded PVC pipe, and I worked in a plastics factory, and it was so soul-sucking. And then I read this book called The Razor's Edge by William Somerset Maugham. And the book changed my life because the protagonist of the book, Larry Darrell was his name, it's after the Depression and the market crashes. He decides he's going to go around Europe and just bum around and find work. And I fell in love with this character in the book. And that's what great novels do to you. You fall in love with them. They become your friends. You got your own secret friends you're reading about all alone. When you come down and meet your friends for dinner, you're like, "Don't you realize what's happening? He's in Paris." And nobody else knows what's going on, but it's this whole other universe that's happening. And that's why literature's so beautiful, because we use our minds and it opens up these other things, and it can inspire us. It can make us sad. It can make us happy. There's so many great things they can do with words, and it's basically all free. It's out there. So I read the book and I get inspired. So I quit my plastics job and I went to Europe and played guitar on the streets. My parents were so proud. But I had to do it. It was like it was calling me. I said to myself, I'm going to do the 90-year-old man litmus test. And if I look back on my life when I'm 90 years old, I'll say, did I really do what I want? Or did I just really wuss out on what I wanted to do? And if I do what I want, it might not pay as well, or maybe it'll pay even better. It's just one of these mysteries. What's behind door number 3? And so I went for what was behind door number 3. And I went over to Europe and I started busking, and I met this guy. And I was in Portugal. I was down in the Algarve near Sagres. I meet this guy and he looks Portuguese to me. Well, I speak Spanish. Yo viajé a México para 3 meses y aprendí mucho español. Me gusta México mucho. So I knew that in Portugal, even though that they speak Portuguese, they would still understand my Spanish. So this guy comes walking out and I go, "Hola, amigo, ¿dónde está el baño?" And the guy looks at me and goes, "Hey, dude, I'm from Seattle." So I busked all over Europe. We became friends. We were thick as thieves, man. Made all kinds of money playing on the streets. And then, this is before Facebook ever existed or the internet. I was over there playing on the streets. We lost touch with each other. And then somehow he remembered my name, Steve Poltz. So he looked me up on Facebook a couple years back and he wrote me. He goes, "Hey dude, remember me? I'm the guy from Seattle. I bust around with you and I acted like I didn't know you, and then I would grab your hat and I would hold it out and people would put money in it." He goes, "Anyways, if you remember me, it'd be great to see you again. P.S. I think you should write a song called Fist Fight at a Vegan Brunch." And then he signs off. And I was like, this is the best title ever. And I immediately grabbed my guitar and went, well, I was driving through Tempe, hungry for some Tempe, looking for some vegan fare. When I found me some Satan, in the distance I heard Satan, music being cranked through the air. When along came a girl to brighten up my world, she started some trouble at the co-op. I'm a happy hippie, I'd rather just say yippee, but her boyfriend was as violent as a meat-eating cop. Fist fight at a vegan brunch, nose was bleeding from a yoga punch. Would have been safer staying home for lunch than to eat a knuckle sandwich at the vegan brunch. She put tofurkey on her pita, said her name was Rita. She was flirting by the carrot ginger pie. I grabbed some Asian fusion salad, sang her a sweet loving ballad, and her boyfriend rammed his nose ring in my eye. Said, wait a minute, brother, I ain't looking for no other, but you spilled tahini on my hemp craft beer. The punches started flying, and soy yogurt I was lying, when he kicked me with his sharp shoes in my ear. Fist fight at a vegan brunch, nose was bleeding from a yoga punch. Would have been safer staying home for lunch than to eat a knuckle sandwich at the vegan brunch. Om mani padme om, 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 om mani padme om. One more time. Om mani padme om, om mani padme om, om mani padme om. 2 ohms the last time. Om mani padme om, om mani padme om, om mani padme om. See, if Donald Trump would just do that every morning, the world would be like this. Well, I went to a meditation just to get some inspiration after I got stitches in my head. I chanted words of peace and love, the birds were chirping high above. I started to release all of my dread. A pretty lady said to me, may I share your herbal tea? Our hearts can join as one in jubilation. Oh no, my